G'day, it's Rob here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a paper gasket the way my father taught me. He was a mechanic in World War II on vehicle convoys. Had to fix up broken down vehicles all the time. They never had spare parts, they never had custom made gaskets or anything like that, so they had to make their own. And this is the way he showed me how to do it. This is the way the army guys were taught to do it. And they didn't use scissors, they didn't use a pencil, they didn't use a measuring device. No, I'll put that down gently. They didn't use a compass or a wad punch. They didn't use any of that stuff. All they used was one specialised piece of precision equipment, and it's called a hammer. That's it. Now, it wasn't just any old hammer, it's a special hammer. This is a ball peen hammer. It's called a ball peen hammer because it's got a ball peen head on one end in addition to the normal head. And what you do is you use the ball peen to cut out the gasket. So just for the sake of the demonstration, this will work with any shape if you take your time. A couple of provisos, but just for the demonstration I'll use a round ring. Now that could be an intake manifold for an engine, could be an exhaust outlet, could be anything. It's a pretty simple one and we'll do it quickly. So you get a firm surface, you put your master that you want to use on it, or you mount it in a vise to be even better. You get your gasket material. In this case it's a sheet of paper. It's actually a manila folder, and believe it or not, manila folder actually makes quite good intake gaskets if you use it in a low temperature area. Cut out your gasket and put a bit of gasket glue on it, and she'll do the job if you've got nothing else. So, firm surface, put this gasket material on top, run your thumb around, provided it's actually soft enough that you can make an impression. This will just help locate it. And we'll go around the inside and the outside. And that will give you a bit of that'll help you see where to use the precision equipment, and also it will help locate it, stop it moving around. Okay. Now we get the ball peen into the hammer and we do the inside surface first. You always do the inside surface first. That way you've got more material to play around with when you're trying to hang on to it. And you carefully and gently, and if that was aluminium that we're doing this on instead of steel, you can still do it on aluminium, but just go gently. You just tap around with the ball peen. Work your way around the edge. And we're using the edge to cut out the gasket. You can see how it's going. It's as quick as that. You don't have to go hard, just tap away gently. A bit awkward to see on this angle. Here a bit. As you can see, that centre is completely cut out. Quick as that. To do the outside, you use the flat of the hammer, where possible. If it was a curvy shape, you'd have to use the ball peen, or maybe the side of a little punch or something like that. Just something you can get onto it to put a cutting action on the gasket material. You're not really doing any damage. Yeah. Gasket, how quick was that? You couldn't do it any faster, and you probably wouldn't do a better job. So that's how they did it. That's how they taught them. And it's a good method. Now, in a case of something like this, where it's a lot more complicated, to try and hold it in position could be pretty tricky. But there is a way to do it. And what you do is you lay your piece of gasket material on it with some sealing compound. So you actually glue it on with sealing compound. Then you peen it the same way as I just showed you, to peen out the inside and the outside. When you've taken away the bits, you're left with the gasket stuck on there, ready to go and be mated against the other surface. That's how you do it. So there you go. That's a good trick to learn. It's something old school mechanics were taught. Maybe new school mechanics are also taught it. I'm not a mechanic, I can't say. But it's the way to do it. It's fast. It's accurate. And yeah, that's the proper way to do it. Okay, see you next time. Cheers.